Hey, it's the after show. Thank you so much for supporting me. I really appreciate you. I can't believe this is like my third year doing this, and it's thanks to you guys. I keep saying it. You give me a superpower. Look, I'm on my Mac. That's me doing that. I haven't shown you how the process goes down, like how I make this stupid content. So I've got a folder here. So normally I delete all of this stuff. Everything. I mean, these are all the assets that I have to go and find. Normally, I will not save these. Normally, all I'll keep is this finished folder because, I just edit it till it doesn't suck. But, I'm done with all these assets at the end of it. I mean, a lot of me wants to keep this one. It just makes me happy for some reason. Look in the background, you can see Frank deploying with every image that I'm taking. Big fat long idiot. So yeah, this one's from my big headphone guide episode that I did, and it was a lot of work, and funny enough, I didn't know that I hadn't deleted all of this yet. Normally it's the first thing I do because, 350 gigabytes. Whereas if I just keep the finished folder, it's, about 9 gigs. So you can understand why I tend to just keep the finished folder. But it's beautiful because it means I can show you how the hot mess went down. Well, this is how my channel looks to me. This is what I see. Let's enhance. Well, since I'm going to delete all this crap anyway, I guess I can kind of foof around a little bit. Look, it's my raw iPhone footage. Let's drag her in. I record the audio and the microphone separately. That's just how I do it. You can see at the start of every video, I do 4 clicks. So if I line these up perfectly, and then I detach the audio, and then I group these idiots together. Wah. Now it's my iPhone footage with the actual microphone. I mean, you're literally just listening through a laptop here. My apologies. But look, raw footage. See-through stuff is fun. Look how boring this bit is. All this stuff doesn't just magically disappear, guys. See how long this takes? So boring.
These are peace and quiet that rolls up into your pocket. Ooh, they're clear ones. They just came out. See-through stuff is fun. These are peace and quiet that rolls up into your pocket.
Boom. That's how much editing you can do. Like, you make that section move so much faster. This one was a total headache because look at all the assets that I had to put in here. Hang on. Oh, here you go. Like this little fun bit here.
In the mids, that's where the guitar is. That's where the vocals are, the keyboards, the trumpets, your backup trumpets.
That little section there. Look at all these. Look at all these assets piled on top of each other. Oh man, this was such a pain. Like, you see how many cuts and stops I've got in here to get the pacing of the video the way that I like it. So after I've done the boil down, which is basically cutting out all the gaps and all the mistakes and all the everything, and before I've done all the zoom in and cropping, it should resemble a video at that point. Like, you should be able to put it on YouTube, I feel, and have it be watchable. And then the next step is to do all these crops, where it's zooming in and out and adding all the text and the words. I usually do this the next day. It's so important to let it kind of sit. So in the same day I would do the filming, and then that very day I do the boil down, just get the basic shape of how I think the episode's gonna go. And then next day with fresh mind, you watch it again, and then maybe I'll choose to rearrange some scenes, or maybe some bits I think go too long, or maybe, so a lot of I think it goes too short, I boiled it down too much. So then at the very, very end, that's when I add the music. So here's my intro music. It's called Man. I was really, really careful and selective about the music that I picked. I mean, I sat on the idea of this channel for 3 months or something, and that's when I picked out all the music. And I knew, from my music degrees, that vocals sit in the mids. So I wanted to find music that didn't have a lot of mids in it. So this is just bass, drums, and scratchy noises. And so that way, my voice talking is like the vocals of the song, and it just fits in, Yeah, I like the Man song just because it's almost sounds cautious. It's like, what's this stupid idiot gonna get up to now? And then the next one's called Drive because it just sounds kind of dank. It's like, all right, we're in the mess now. If you're watching this far in, it's like, it's too late, mate. You can't turn back. It's just dank. It's one of my favorites. And I like to use it right when the thing's being opened, right when the smells are being released, and then the track gets dank and messy. I try to stick to only 3 tracks normally, and then like the last one is Sunny Morning. I like it. It's still got a lot of energy in it, but somehow it wraps up nicely with it. I mean, you can make the mistake of having really concludy sounding music and people will think that you're finished and start thinking about moving on to another video when you've still got like 8 minutes left. But this one, yeah, I found that I like finishing with this one. And again, it's drums, bass line, and chords, which mean I'm the lyrics in the thing. And it's not just words that can get in the way of like a video, it's like something with a melody in it, because saxophones, guitars, they're all in the mids, right? So if the music has like a really strong melody, that's going to get in the way as well. And so all 3 of these, yeah, they're devoid of a melody. It's just a vibe. And the way that I use the music is that I like it to be in the background where you almost don't notice it, but then when it goes away, it's very obvious.
At the end of the tour, they have another listen to these for the money and go, you know, this is probably what I get.
I love the ability to create silence. It's almost like all of a sudden everyone's kind of listening. So I hate laugh tracks. They drive me nuts. I hate being told when something's funny. But then the power of adding something at the funny points. Instead, I choose to have silence. All of a sudden, the vibe stops because it's like, oh no, mate, something's gone wrong. Oh, jeez. Oh, man, there's a whole psychology to editing, and it's usually on an editing day, no one's going to be able to reach me. My phone's off. It's like, I've got to be in a weird headspace because there's no rules. However you want it to be is how you can have it. It's very easy to accidentally make terrible content. Yep, here's the scrolling, the scrolling Patreon list. Like, yeah, it's getting so fast that it really is an issue. And man, this MacBook pounds. Like, this is playing while screen capturing itself. Man, on Adobe, this wouldn't even work. So like Final Cut with the M processors. Whoa. And then here, look, I've got a false ending. This is my favorite bit. Before the Frank bit.
Frank dimension we're in. There's just Frank moving everywhere.
But yeah, that's just a bit of an insight on how I put these together. You know, after matching the audio and the video, I do the boil down. Next day is like the fine tooth picking before doing the cropping and the effects. And then finally, it's the audio. And if you're curious on audio volume of the background music, you see here I've got it set to minus 27 dB. It's way quieter than you think it would be. All my music in the first videos was way too loud. I dialed it in over time. And yeah, again, this is what the channel looks like to me. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for supporting. It means so much to me. And I'm going to make the mouse big now. Come on, Mac. Make it big. Yeah, big mouse.